All right, Shalom. Want to first off and foremost give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Kakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well, and much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopefully lit throughout the four winds, pushing the truth and sincerity and diligence. All right, it's the brother Loyal from the great millstone, Lake Charles, Louisiana camp, coming back again with another quick lesson, and as always, Lord, will it be edifying to the elect. All right, so I basically want to go into a topic, all right, of the Lord's tolerance. The Lord's tolerance, although, Yahweh Shemel Shai is merciful to the elect. All right, man, the Lord also has within the scriptures where he won't quit the wicked, all right, which is actually going to lead up to what the Lord is not going to tolerate too much BS, and the wickedness of this world, all right? The Lord is not going to tolerate or prolong these things and continuously keep going on, all right? And not. That's why the scripture says that time shall come as a thief in the night, all right? Because these people are actually going to be in the spirit of being comforted, you see? In the spirit of comfort, all right? In the spirit of mirth, all right? To where they're not actually looking for that day of great wrath and judgment that's going to be brought forth upon the planet, all right? Upon the earth, okay? So real quick. We'll jump right into this lesson, and man, Lord, will it be edifying to the elect? All right, this is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 36. It says, "But of that day and hour no man knoweth, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only." All right, and it's telling you this for the simple fact of what? Hey, man, for brothers that's in the truth, all right, hey, we don't know that they are of our neither. Real quick, let me Salaki. Let me grab this apocrypha. Shalaki. But yeah, man, we don't know that they are our neither. That's why the scripture I'm about to pull, all right, in Second Esdras, it says what? Because, man, you don't want to be caught, in the cares of this world, all right, trying to please this world, all right? You want to be found favorable in the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shai, all right? That's why we have this scripture right here to dwell upon and actually apply to our everyday life, all right? This is Second Esdras chapter 9 and verse 1, all right? Why? Because we don't know that day and hour, specifically when Yahweh Shai is going to make their return, all right? Or when Esau is going to come in like a great flood, okay? But we're not ignorant to his devices through the spirit power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, all right? This is Second Esdras chapter 9 and verse 1. It says, "He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently." All right, measure that time diligently. Okay, measure it diligently because, hey man, you could be caught up in doing many diverse things. All right, not making your calling and election sure. Okay, let me get this word diligently. All right. This is going to be the regular definition for it. All right. It says having or showing care. You see? Measure the time diligent. Show put forth an effort, great effort for this truth. Showing Yahweh Shemel Shai that you would care for his righteousness that he's established for us. Showing the Lord that you care that you was brought and called into this thing. All right. To labor for Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. It says in consciousness in one's work or duties, all right, and what we understand that our main duty, all right, and way of work is performing the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai, all right, seeking for the elect, uploading these videos to edify the elect, all right. That's why we would endure all things for the elect's sake, all right. I'm gonna grab this scripture real quick. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, "Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sakes, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai with eternal glory." You see, and this is what our hope is full of, okay? That's why we're measuring the time diligently, because we have hope and faith and trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai, that when these things meet the earth, all right, we're going to be delivered, okay, if we're of the elect, all right? We have faith that when the Lord puts the spirits on us to talk to us on when they count, that way, man, we'll man, sincerely seeking to wake up these men, all right, so that we can get the hell up out of here, all right. But that's why 2nd Ezra says, what, measure that time diligently. It says in itself, all right, because what, you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring forth, all right. You don't know exactly what's going to happen later on within the day, all right. That's why you have to press towards that mark, all right, to make your calling and election sure, all right. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand. All right, and now what? It is being seen. Okay, it's being seen on a major scale. All right, I'm going in some of those signs too, but first I want to grab this another quick precept. All right, the book of Habakkuk. It's Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. All right, because it says what? It says in 2nd Ezra 9. It says when those signs come to pass, what? Thou shalt understand them, you see, and know, all right, that what this is the truth, all right. We have the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, these things were written and recorded for our sakes, all right, for the elect's sake. Okay, it says Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is set for appointed time, all right, and that appointed time is now, all right. It was set for now. All right, our apostles and what the men of old in each captivity they prophesied. All right, and what they laid these great riches, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai for us. All right, for us to get it, because what, man, these things are going to be played out in this lifetime. All right, and as the scriptures say, whether you will hear or whether you forbear. All right, this is the faith and what the patience of the saints that we have. All right. That these things will be played out, all right, and what is made known because we're seeing it today, okay? It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and now what? It is rapidly speaking, all right? It is vividly speaking, okay? It is clear, all right? These words are clear to the elect, all right? When we read these scriptures, man, it's clear to see who that Esau is the so-called white man, all right? That you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives are the chosen people of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, these are part of those signs. All right, one of the major signs that we see is what the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom is coming back together. All right, like okay, we understand that. All right, why? Because their vision is speaking. All right, it says and shall not lie. All right, though it tarry, wait for it because it will surely come. It will not tarry, all right? So what our objective is to continue doing these things and push forward, all right? Push. Make thy calling and election sure with all true sincerity and diligence, all right? Because without none of that, all right, man, you're not going to be as one of the ones that's going to be delivered, okay? You have to put forth a great effort, all right? Back in Matthew, the 24th chapter, in verse 37, it says, but as the days of Noah, but as the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. All right? And what, man? How did that rain come in the time of Noah? It came out of nowhere. Although Noah continuously prophesied to the people, all right? He continuously told the people and warned the people like we are subject to doing, all right? According to what Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, we're doing these things, but they're not taking heed, all right? It says, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be, all right? Jump to the book of Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse. I'm gonna start at the top. It says, "But these times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write it to you." Why? Because going right back to 2nd Ezra, measure the time diligently. All right, we know perfectly what's gonna come. All right, we know perfectly that the day of the Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night. All right, so we're subject to constantly being on that watch. Okay, continuing on, it says in verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. You see? It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come. All right? Being partakers of the world. All right? Having, war entangled within the flesh. All right? Want to do certain things other than what we're basically commanded to do. All right? Knowing that many was going to depart from the faith in these last days. Okay? Why? It's going to explain. All right, verse 38, it says, For in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. You see, all these things or basically it's explanations of comfort. All right, eating and drinking. All right, you're at a standstill. Okay, marrying and giving in marriage, having a good time. All right. It says, and they knew not until the flood came. You see, and that's what's going to catch a lot of you people. Excuse me. That's what's going to catch a lot of you people, like a thief in the night. All right, because you're caught up in everyday life. All right, not actually seeking after the righteous ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, it says, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. You see, real quick. Second Ezra 9 and 22. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. So that water washed all of these people away. All right? And what? This time it's not going to be water. All right? That's why Yahweh Shem Shai made the rainbow. All right? To basically be a sign. All right? A promise or a oath or covenant that he will never flood the earth again with water. All right? This time, what is it going to be? Thermonuclear fire. All right? This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 7. It says, but the heavens and the earth. I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, whereby the world that was then being overflowed with water perished. You see? The world that was then. All right? It says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store. All right? Because what? Yahweh Shem Shai is not a man that he shall lie. All right? The Lord has already spoke these things into existence. Okay? It says, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. All right? So the heavens and the earth that we're in now, all right, the current world that we're in, all right, that was framed to be fittable or suitable for Esau, it was reserved for fire. Okay? It says what? Reserved for fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. You see? So Yahweh Shem Shai is going to basically destroy this place by thermonuclear missiles. All right, and you have what? One of the signs being played out now with the wars and the rumors of war. All right, that's what consistently brewing up right now. All right, and the Lord is what ultimately going to plead for His people. All right, not by way of talking, but by way of what? Great action. Okay, bringing forth a great destruction to this place. Okay, all right. This is Matthew 24. And 42, I jumped to verse 42. It says, watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. Okay? But know this, that if the good man of the house had known and what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. All right? And what, man, we actually understand that what, man, Yahweh Shem Shai is coming with great wrath. All right? The Lord is coming with great wrath, so it will behoove you to actually take heed. All right, take heed to what's going on. Take heed to seeking after the ways of the Lord, to where you're gonna not be found with any blame and ultimately without spot. All right, you want to be found pure in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, and we know that only the elect is gonna be found under those great circumstances. You see, it says, therefore, be ye also ready. For in such hour as you think not the Son of Man cometh. All right? So be ye ready. A lot of people are not going to be ready. Although they have these doomsday preppers. All right? These underground bunkers. All right? They look forward to the day of the Lord. It speaks about it in Amos, the 5th chapter. All right? I'm not going to grab it, but hey, man, they look forward to that day. But what, man? Like the scripture says, what is the end for you? You see? Because you're not walking after the righteous ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. And to you heathens, you can't. All right? Because what? Those ways wasn't given unto you. All right? It was only given to a certain sect of people. Okay? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Natives. And even, 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off. All right? The same way it was in the time of Noah. All right? You're going to have a lot of people that wants to come and be amongst the men of the Lord in those times. All right, to basically find safety. All right, but what, man, the Lord is going to have a more grieved spirit on us. All right, to not even want to deal with you. Even so much, hey, no. You see? Because what? You've tearing. All right, you tearing to turn to Yahweh Shem Shai, because what you're caught up in comfort. All right. It says, verse 45, who then is a faithful and wise servant? All right. And it's saying this for the simple fact that what? Who's going to endure? All right. Because we know that many shall depart from the faith. Who's going to endure? Who's going to be found doing? All right. That's why the scripture says, blessed that servant, when his Lord coming, he find him doing. All right. Who's going to still be walking after those righteous ways? Who's still going to be seeking out for the elect, those last moments? All right. But because it tells you in the scripture that what some are going to wake up, right before the chariots hit. See? It says, who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he find, when his Lord, blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. All right? So you want to be found doing. All right? You want to be found doing, not being lovers of this world. All right? Because, hey, man, being a lover of this world, hey, man, the Yahweh Shem Shai is going to give, is basically, man, that's a perfect way to be destroyed. All right? You're just putting it in simplest form. That's a perfect way to be destroyed. All right? Likewise, when in the time of Noah, all right, when he was warning the people, they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it. All right? We jump back to Thessalonians. All right? This is Book of Thessalonians chapter 5. And verse 3, it says, For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So what? Many are not going to be able to escape from that. All right? Why? Because they're going to be caught up in that perilous time. All right? It says, but ye, brother, all right, those believing brothers, those ones that's what? The true men of the Lord, all right, with 100% wisdom, knowledge, understanding according to the scriptures that you see out on the highways and hedges, all right, that you constantly see put up these videos edifying the flock, all right, the ones that you see enduring temptations as a hard soldier, all right, enduring hardness as a good soldier, Salakia, okay? It says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that they shall overtake you as a thief. All right? It's not going to overtake us. Why? Because the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai is upon us. All right? Amen. When Yahweh Shai was walking in that light, all right, which he was that light, okay? When he was walking after the righteous ways of the Most High, the Lord had it made known unto him everything that he had to go through, okay? And ultimately he was delivered, okay? So being that Yahweh Shai has his spirit placed upon us, we're subject to the same things, okay? Constantly being upon that watch, all right? And looking and hastening for the day of our salvation. Because the scriptures tell you Romans 13:11, amen, our salvation is nearer than we believe it, all right? Everyone else is looking for the new rulers in earth, but yet amen, we're the most despised, all right? The men of the Lord are the ones that you see on your everyday basis, all right? The ones that humble and meek, all right? Not looking like the world, the ones that's basically made a spectacle, all right? Off the things that we do, okay? It's different and contrary to what this world pushes, all right? This is 1 John chapter 1 and verse 5. It says, this then is the message which we have heard of him and declare to you, that the Most High is light, and in him is no darkness at all. If we say that we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, we lie and do not the truth. All right, but if we walk in the light and he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, his son, cleanses us all from sin. All right, and in order to be cleansed from sin, sin had to be given unto you. All right, so this is a cut, and they're not speaking about everyone in the whole world. All right, it's talking about that certain sect of Israel. All right, speaking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives. Ultimately, the 144,000 elect men. All right. So yeah, man. This world is gonna be destroyed. All right, but man? Our objective is to stay focused on the signs. All right, stay focused on the signs and be on the watch. All right. Because by these signs, we're going to know exactly what time that we're in. And ultimately, man, we're in the fourth quarter. All right, we're in the last quarter with, hey, man, a couple seconds on the clock. You know, if that. If that. All right. This is Matthew 24. I'm going to start at, I just kind of, I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, and ye shall, and this was a prophecy that Yahushua was basically speaking to the disciples in the former times. All right. It says, and ye shall, Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. All right? It didn't happen in that time. Okay? It says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right? For nation shall rise against nation, and that's ultimately a reincarnation cut. Okay? It says, there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Are we not seeing these things today? All right? It says, all these are the beginnings of sorrow. These are just the beginnings. All right, so what, man, as we get closer and closer to what, getting delivered up out of here, hey, man, all hell is going to break loose. All right, like it speaks about in Daniel the 12th chapter. All right, it's going to be like a time never seen before. That's why we're supposed to, man, be in that spirit of what, man, being synchronized and on one accord with Yahweh Shem Yahshua. All right, so Yahweh Shem Yahshua can totally use us and work guide our steps. All right, to where we won't be partakers in other things to come. It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. All right, and this is why the scripture tell you what count the cost before you actually come into this thing. All right, before you sit down to build up this house. All right, and you don't have sufficient to finish it. All right, because in the end you're gonna look stupid. All right, those that had their hammer and plow and basically turned away from it. All right? And this is another reason why many shall depart from the faith. All right? And ultimately it's going to lead up to what many perishing in vain. All right? They basically fulfilled their purpose. All right? It says, then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. All right? And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So that man that Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to be able to guide and protect from what and be a covert from the wind. All right, which is speaking of those missiles to come. All right, when they're going through the world's houses. All right, by way of martial law. Okay, yet alone the people that's going to get out of jail. The Lord is going to protect these men from these things. Why? Because they have stayed on the watch. All right, they'll stay diligently. Okay, they'll worship Yahweh Shem Yahshua with truth and sincerity. All right, they wasn't like the ones that didn't take heed, like in the ancient times when Noah warned the people. All right, so yeah, man. Ultimately, their grace of repentance and their door is going to be closed. All right, symbolical to that ark. And once it's closed, no one is going to be able to open it back up. All right. So, amen, like the scripture says, amen, you reap what you sow. All right. Where your heart is where your treasure is going to be also. All right. If your mind isn't totally on this truth, all right, then what, man, you're totally in the world. All right. It is no in between. All right. I'm going to grab this one scripture. All right. Because what, man? Just like the ancient times, all right? Everyone wanted to change. Everyone wanted to change once that great wrath was shown, all right? This is Revelation 22:11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, so don't try to come change, okay? When you see everything that the prophets was telling you, all right? That's why Ezekiel 33 and 33 tells you what, man? Then they shall know that a prophet had been among them. You see, they're gonna know. Their vision is gonna be made plain unto the unbelievers. Okay? Because what we already see it. All right, we see it for what it is. It says, let him be unjust still, and he that which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. You see? And behold, I come quickly. All right. Though the Lord, it seems like the Lord is what slack concerning His promise. No, we're on two different time frames. All right. That's why, once again, the scriptures tell you that what, man, our salvation is nearer than we believe it. Okay. It says, "Let him select you, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to his work." All right. So if you did unrighteous things, you're gonna righteously get a great death from Yahweh Shem Shah. All right. If you kept your hand on the plow and you was able to endure that race and finish it to the end, amen, the kingdom, all right, well, the covenants, the power, all right, the glory, all right, everything is going to be given unto us, all right? Everything is going to be given unto us. Why? Because, amen, it has been written in the scriptures. Everything else that the Lord has put in the scriptures and had these words speak foretime before it happened, they'll happen, all right? So how much more what the blessings that we're waiting to receive, all right? So, yeah, man, brothers, just keep on fighting this a good fight of faith. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. I want to close out and give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone and will, and much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four winds, pushing the truth to sincerity and diligence. Till next time, Shalom.